when you turn it in or if they have to repossess it. Okay, let's talk about vehicles. With vehicles, we have to discuss closed and open-end leases. With closed-end lease, the lessor will assume the risk that the vehicle will depreciate. And to reduce this risk, the lessor sets usually annual mileage restrictions and usually keeps the lease from between 12 and 48 months so they don't get back a beat-up piece of crap at the end of the lease and then have to fight with you over misuse or abuse of the vehicle and try to charge you more and get all that mess. And if you go over the mileage allotted, you pay a hefty premium, like 10 or 15 cents a mile. Wow, that adds up pretty quick. Now, at the end of the lease, you'll have the option to purchase the vehicle at what they call the residual value or return the vehicle to the lessor. Now, an open-end lease, that's more for commercial kind of vehicles, and it allows you to assume the depreciation risk. This means at the end of the lease, you can purchase the vehicle or pay extra depreciation to the lessor when you're turning it in. So if you beat up the vehicle and put tons of miles on it, oh, it's okay, but you will either buy it at the end or pay up for beating it up. All right. Now, I want to tell you a little story about my leased Mercedes and how my dogs gave me a 2-week headache. All right. But before that, let me tell you about what I did about 20 years ago to turn the internet training world on its head. See, at that time, people like me were charging 50 or 100 grand up front to teach what we knew to clueless business people who refused to learn it on their own. Now, I'm a small business advocate, and I knew many small businesses could never afford that kind of upfront money. So I made all those gurus mad by charging a relatively small entry fee to my program that also got a percentage of profits that was capped